Hello everyone, my name is Jesse from Core Concept, and welcome back to the Rollout Developer Tools tutorial series. In today's video we are going to focus on adding a new tile set to our game. Now this one's a little bit complicated in terms of the artwork that you're going to need to do. I guess not complicated, but more particular, so let's dive right in and get to it. In the Dev Tools, first thing you're going to do, just like we've done before, is new tile set, and we are going to just call this one metal. Now, in this one, the identifier is currently the title as well. Now, moving on through the other properties, we have our tags. If you watch the Calamities tutorial, this is going to be the one where you can set your tags that you can use to check in the Lua script, or you can weight this tile set based on other things. So we are just going to add the tech tag to here. And the other thing we're going to do next is we're going to add our base sprite. Now this is our tile set tile here, and I just want to take a moment to kind of go through and explain how this tile set is going to be broken up. To help with the explanation of how this terrain tile is sliced up, I actually have it open in GIMP here. I've placed a background layer just to make it easier, but this grid kind of shows how each tile is going to be sliced up automatically by the game. These are your inside corners here. You have your outside corners in these four spots, your straight sections along the top and sides here, and then you have your solid centerpiece in the middle. These bottom three are what I like to call variation tiles. You can put a random decoration on it. Say you're doing a forest, that might be a flower or a leaf or something like that. But there is it will randomly replace these repeating center tiles with the tiles down here, so it just adds a little bit more variety to the terrain itself. Now, I do want to say that there is a template just like this in the templates directory in the DevTools folder, the install folder, so you can definitely make use of this when you are creating your own terrain tiles. The next field that we're going to have to set is the base sprite here, and this is the sprite that goes underneath everything else. So it might be water or barren land, or in our case, a metal river flow. I'm going to set some, I forgot to set the pixels per unit here. You definitely want to make sure you do that. The other thing you're going to want to make sure you do is set your pivot point for both your tile set and your base sprite to 0. Now this one is animated, so I know that it's 4 by 4 rows by 4 columns. I'm just going to put a 50 millisecond delay or so. But the main thing you need to know for any animated sprite is the order in which it's going to animate. Now your special case here is going to be actors and crew members, but for everything else, it's going to start in the top left and it's going to animate towards the right, down to the second row, towards the right, third, and fourth. That's the order it's going to go in. For those two special cases I mentioned, I will go into them in their specific tutorials. You can have an ambient sound for the tile set, and you can also have music. It will automatically be faded to and from. If you don't have them, that's fine. It will actually just be silent. The icon is going to be used when it's displayed at the bottom of the travel screen, and it's going to be shown to the player when they're picking where they want to go. For this, we are just going to use the magnet blast icon that I have from gameicons.net. Again, huge thank you to them. A fog color is what you can say when you're setting up ambient fog. For this, basically all I'm gonna say is you can set really whatever color you want, but I'm gonna recommend that you don't put your alpha value above 90. Now that doesn't seem like much, you can see here, but when that's a fog that the player has to look through, it can be pretty significant. So I would recommend a baseline of 90 or less. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set 20, and it's just gonna be actually let's go 35, and it's just going to be a very faint fog over the tile set. That's all there is to it as far as setting up a tile set. The main thing you need to worry about is how the terrain tile is split up, but the template contained in the DevTools folder under templates should greatly help with that. That's going to do it for this tutorial. Next up we have adding events, so we can make some stuff happen in between each stop. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.